is a Beautiful World.
I'm Heather McElhatton, and this is A Beautiful World, bringing you inspirational stories and solutions journalism from around the globe. And this week, we're looking back and counting down our most listened to stories from 2015. And first, we have Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, who talked to us about living, dying, and how lucky we are to be here.
All of us who are alive, the fact that we die means we're the lucky ones. If you look at the human genome and look at all the possible combinations of that genome that will produce a fully viable human being, it is vastly outnumbers the total number of humans who have ever been born, which means most people who can be born will never exist. So those who are born, however short your life is, you are the lucky one for having experienced life at all.
Next on our list of most listened to stories is Cecil the Lion. Believe it or not, there was some very good news that came out of the tragic slaying of a beloved lion named Cecil in Africa back in July. Dr. David MacDonald from the University of Oxford led the scientific team studying Cecil, and he tells us why.
We were thinking, sadly, that we might have to close down our anti-poaching patrol because we couldn't afford to pay the salaries. That has been reversed as a consequence. For me, perhaps the most important good is millions of people around the world are voicing the thought that they attach value to nature.
Also on our list is Courtney Holmes, a barber in Dubuque who promotes inner city literacy by giving free haircuts to kids who read out loud to him.
He hit 100 of home runs.
I did this out of kindness of my heart, so like I said, I feel like this is what the Lord put me to do, so I'm going to continue to do it no matter what.
Next, we have the Discovery 3M Young Scientist Challenge and Dr. Delamere Anderson. She mentors grade school students who want to change the world.
For my procedure, I grew lymphocytic
the kids, when they come in and they say, I'm going to cure cancer, and they mean it, and they're 11 years old. You remember, oh, that's right, that's why I'm doing this. I totally forgot.
Our next story goes to an unlikely candidate, an obituary writer in Haines, Alaska. Author Heather Lindy studies every life she writes about and finds the good in everyone, no matter who they were or how their life ended.
You know, I'm a churchgoer, so I'd like to think that there's heaven. And a friend of mine was a Catholic priest named Father Blaney, and he said to me, when your time is up, you meet St. Peter at the gate, he's going to ask you one question. Have you been good to God's people? And if you can answer yes, you've got it made. And so maybe every time I'm writing an obituary, I try to find one thing in a person's life, one moment that I can write down when they were good to somebody. I mean, maybe that's why I spend so much time writing obituaries, because in that way I've helped give someone a little ticket to heaven.
Finally, one of our most listened to stories in 2015 was about Forrest Fenn, the eccentric millionaire who hid over $3 million in gold, jewels, and ancient artifacts somewhere in the Rocky Mountains, and then wrote a poem to help people find it.
There's hundreds of gold nuggets. 2 of them are larger than a chicken egg. And there are 265 gold coins, mostly eagles and American double eagles, but there are hundreds of rubies and diamonds and emeralds and sapphires and jade and different ancient Chinese carved jade figures. And I think when they lift that lid and look at that, their hand is going to go to their mouth and they'll say, oh, my God. And I know that they're going to start laughing if they don't faint.
The stories people listened to most on ABW were about science, conservation, education, and civil service, proving once again this is a beautiful world. You can visit us online, and in our story bank you'll find more segments and longer programs. I'm Heather McElhatton, and this is A Beautiful World.